was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Denver Broncos and the Buffalo Bills. This fielded a few yards into the end zone.
All right.
And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. Now a play fake here on first down. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And that's caught inside the 30. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21.
But I think it's about time I took my eyes off of the secondary or the guys with the football. How about the offensive line on that snap? They took care of business.
Absolutely, and when he can stay in the pocket like that, you're going to get big plays like we just saw. He'll have a first down inside the 10. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's first and goal.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, there'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a second and goal. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal. Now a handoff here to his running back. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on third, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that second down is a time you go play action and throw the ball.
And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. That's what I'm talking about.
Touchdown number 8 on the air.
Hero bird. I mean, Hydro will.
Take it all the way down the field and
yeah.
score on the opening drive. Extra point from McManus is good. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27.
It was on generic something. Like generic 4 or something.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll set up a throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
This nigga Mayweather.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Amazing year.
Here's Spiller. He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on 3rd and very long.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
And that'll set him back 5. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. And to give this time to the tailback. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. On 4th down, on is Corey Bajorquez to punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 23. That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking
through an opening, and there he goes. And all the way home for
Let's go.
score.
Let's go.
A big play there.
Let's go.
His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos able to show off their quick
Human
strike
joystick,
ability.
baby. Human fucking joystick.
Looking, but he does make it through. And that'll make the score 14-0. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Check.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. It's a gain of 13 and a Buffalo 1st down. Back to throw now on 1st down. And the return across midfield and to the 46-yard line. So more problems here in this first quarter. Already 2 scores down, and here they give away the football.
And if I'm the head coach, I think it's time to start lighting a fire under some of these guys. Now, you have to do it within your personality. They can't perceive it as fake, but I'd go get after some guys because they don't look ready to play to me. They look flat, uninspired. It's time to get moving.
That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
On 2nd down now, Braxton. He's got the 1st down here inside the 30. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. A great play there. With his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Broncos push further out in front. McManus's point after is good. And it's now 21-0. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike. Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go.
2nd and 9 now. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Draymond Jones gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. And this one complete to Reed. And they will rally and stop him short of the first down. They get him to the ground at the 26. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. 21-0 our score after 1. The Bills send the punter out as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like.
At their own 18-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Lock again here on 2nd and 10. And he comes back with one complete.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He may try and run for them. And he lost the football. Now this is picked up by the Bills. And he will score. Touchdown, Buffalo. And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week, he's smiling. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They're right back out there after watching the fumble go the other way. Still in control of this game, but that needs to serve as a wake-up call because they're not in the clear yet.
No, the message should be clear that fortunes can change pretty quickly when you turn the ball over. You've got to take care of it, otherwise.
And this will be caught at the 30. And all the way home for a Broncos score. A big play there. 84 yards. And the Broncos push further out in front.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Watch the safety creep.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Let's get it. Check.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Escaping the pressure right. He'll try and run it. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
Well, the defensive guys won't be real happy because there won't be a sack on this play because he did get back to the line of scrimmage. But what a job they did overall. Hemmed him in and gave him nowhere to go with the football.
Here we go. We took you out long. It's been a long day for you.
They'll set up to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, with the kind of half he's had, I think we can forgive him that run, right? Not every run's going to be a big play, is it?
No, and also the blocking just wasn't there. No room to run.
Yeah, defensively, they got to find a way to build on that because he's eating them alive in the first half.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jordan. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a 3rd and goal situation. They'll come out in the pistol.
49. You remember me? Check 43.
They'll drop the throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. From 4 yards out. And the Broncos push further out in front. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route. Ordinarily, it's probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Can't get it through no hope. You beat me last time.
For the catch and the score.
Oh, you missed my motivational speech before the game.
Right there, 56.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And then he goes with a juke. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 on that one, and a Bills first down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They try and run on first down, but to no avail. Tackled for a 2-yard loss in the backfield. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
No, he's about to throw it. That's why he's hurrying up. He's trying to throw it. But it's all right. I'm all over it.
And they give this time to the tailback. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more.
No gain on the play. It's 3rd down and 12.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half.
Should I pull it out? I think I should pull it out. I'm going to try this play again.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
You know, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for them, every move they make works, it clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
Oh, shit. Yeah, and he was in pass defense.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. An extra defensive back here for the Bills on 3rd down.
57 to Mike.
On 3rd and long, it's Locke. Give that sack to Harrison Phillips, the big man.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks. Great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
They try and bring the pressure, but he still gets off a good one. Fielded at the 43. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Bills are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's got it. It's Spiller. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. This is Spiller. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Now the Bills will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. The first down line at the 34 here on 3rd down.
Hayward. 56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check 56.
Now back to throw. He's going to sling this deep down. And this is taken in at the 5. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. In for the score. And the Bills cut into that lead.
Well, that touchdown certainly helps, but they've got to go ahead and convert, get to the half, and figure out how to keep chopping down this lead in the 2nd, don't they?
Yeah, they still need to regroup, and they still need to end the 2nd quarter strong. A little bit of time left. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the 2nd half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good...
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 22. And he'll get this back across the midfield stripe and down to the 47-yard line.
So first thing that crosses my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. Caught on the right side, Reed. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 16 yards there, and the Bills have a first down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. All that, and it only nets him a yard. It's second down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Rip left. 56. Mike, 56. Right there, 56. That's right, baby. They don't want it. Mike's 56.
They'll look to throw here. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Hey, dude.
Clock will try again on 2nd down. And a big loss here as he's taken down. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And he will take it back only to about the 13-yard line here.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
They'll start the third quarter here on the ground. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check 56. Let's put him on the buses. Let's put that.
Here's 2nd and 8. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
52's the mic, boys. 52. Go, go, go.
They'll look to throw. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, didn't look his way at all in the first half, and I'll bet you the offense coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he could be a big-time playmaker for us.
An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And it'll be a short field for the Broncos as they take over 1st and 10.
Let's go now. 49. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
On 1st down, Braxton. Flashy little move, but unable to reach the 40. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's third down. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. He'll look to throw. He'll take a shot for the end zone. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Bills will take over at their own 20. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Hey, let's get in that hole. Pick the edge, pick the edge. Come, come. Check the backer, check the backer. Slam, slam, slam. Check, check, check. Chance, chance, chance. Watch out, watch out. Nice spot.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Check, check.
Back to throw here. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
They'll run it now out of the gun. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
They're going to look to throw. And that's caught inside the 35. A big 30-yard play on third.
Just more of the same there, partner. Guys have just been running free in the secondary this entire game. No pass rush, a lot of passes completed. Been an easy day for him.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Buying time to his left. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. No gain on the screen there at 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
And now offensively, it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now, the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half.
Let's go, D, let's go. Hey, let's get there. Mike's 50, Mike's 50.
He'll look to throw. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There was nothing available there for him.
These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Now a handoff here to his running back.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. 2nd and 3. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Check nickel, nickel, nickel. Switch.
They run with Spiller. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 14 yards, and the Bills will get a new set of downs. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 42-yard line. Back to throw. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time is now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now in Buffalo. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. He'll drop to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th.
Check safety. Shift, watch the shift.
They'll run for it with Spiller. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the 1st. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
can't believe they let you play.
They'll set up a throw. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. Out, 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 out.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further.
At the 17-yard line.
Watch the eye.
And he's going to go down again. They need to reverse the trend. The last 2 plays have gone backwards. Now it's 3rd and goal.
Check that. Two right here. Hey, watch the screen, watch the screen.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 12. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this will be caught at the 30. And all the way down to the 24-yard line. It's a big play there for the Broncos. 62 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. This is the tight end Fant. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
Set, ready.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Broncos turn that interception into a touchdown.
There's no doubt in my mind.
And do you hear that? Do you hear the...
It's not scales, right?
No,
I don't hear scales. Do I actually hear a tune being warbled?
I think the fat lady's humming.
Yeah, she's doing more than humming. She's belting it out right now.
She's going. She's full bore.
Yeah, this thing is flat out finished.
McManus now for the extra point. And the lead will grow by 1 more.
Ooh, your boy is mad.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a couple yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't return it. And they'll take it out to the 25.
Here we
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Now Spiller. And an alley to run. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And complete. Spiller out of the backfield. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those, too.
Now on 3rd down, that pass knocked down in the backfield and incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's going to loft this one deep left sideline. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. The Bills' drive stalls out on 4th down. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position.
49. Mike, 49. Let's go, baby. They turn over. Wait. Go. Kill. Turn it over.
They'll run on 1st down. Braxton, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Tight end's right. Hey. You got 3. Three down.
So it's Bronco football as we get your reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
50. Check 50. SOS.
They'll keep it on the ground. Braxton, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. They'll keep it on the ground. Braxton slips past him.
Where'd he go?
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A big hitter there. A 1st down gain of 26 yards. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. He's got his big tight end, Fant. The play began back at the 23, and they pick up 23.
Well, go ahead and throw the ball, man. You got the big lead. You got the clock on your side. Obviously, they don't care much about the feelings of the other team, do they?
Well, I was going to say, you better run to the locker room pretty quick after this one.
Well, right now, maybe. They're just looking at it from the fantasy perspective. More points for everyone.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. And, my friend, I think it's safe to say that this game is pretty much deceased at this point. It's taken a knee, so to speak.
It is definitely this victory formation. Take the snap, take the knee, call it a night, call it a game, call it whatever. I agree with you totally. I don't think there's much left to get except for those who want to run up the score.
I knew this was over about a minute ago when you took your stat sheet and just flipped it over your shoulder in the trash can.
Yeah, that's similar to the guys cutting tape off right before the game's over. We know this thing's done.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Use that as ammo going
Exactly.
forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
At the 35-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
I got one. Watch twist. Watch twist.
And this one complete to Reed. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
3rd down and 12.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Broncos, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Bills, they'll fall to 1-4 with a loss. And they'll try and turn things around next week as they have a date at MetLife Stadium with the New York Jets. That'll do
I
it
feel
for us.
sarcastic
I'm
as
Brandon
shit.
Gaudin, alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk
I'm a
to you
petty
next time.
dude.
So
Fuck
long,
that.
everybody.